Previously on Ready to Die.
Well, boys, looks like we are a proud owner of a 2013 Ford F-150. All right, so that last clip that you guys just seen of me winning the truck, I am currently in it right now. So it is a little dirty, but this is the new build for the channel. Damn, has it been a while since I picked up the camera. Well, welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I hope your December is going very well. I know mine has. There's a reason why I was gone for a long time. I think it was like a month or 2 months or something like that. But the reason why I was gone is because I was focusing on school, but I finally graduated, finally have my bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. Very happy to say that. I'm very, very proud of myself to finally get to that step. So now it's time for a new path, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the new video that I have planned for you guys today. And that new video is for me to install an oil catch can on the F-150. So this whole setup that I have going on here, this is the whole thing that we are going to put on this F-150. And just to make a note that you can follow along, this works for a V8, so a 5.0, 5.4, 3.5, 3.7, F-150, whatever you have, you can follow the exact same steps. There's a little bit of extra steps I am going to add to this whole video because Ford adds a whole bunch of unnecessary vacuum lines. So I'm going to show you guys how you could delete that on your Ford, and it really doesn't do anything to it. It just makes your engine bay look a lot cleaner, and it makes it a lot easier to work on when you start doing like spark plugs, coil packs, and stuff like that. You'll see in the video. So go ahead and pop this sucker open and let me show you guys the vacuum lines that I'm talking about. So the vacuum line that I want to delete is this one right here. It's not deleting it, it's kind of rerouting, so I'm rerouting it around so it can go to the brake booster. I'm still debating if I want to delete this one and just put a cap on that one, because you can see right there, there's a cap. So I can literally cap the same ends on this, but we'll see how the video plays out and how it looks. But what I plan on doing is mounting the oil catch can right here. So I'll go ahead and start taking this apart and show you guys how to do everything. All right, so I got the intake off and I got the throttle body, so all we got to do now is loosen up all the 8mm bolts all around the intake, and then this sucker can just slide right out. And don't forget about this one right here. But after I got that out, then I'll show you guys all underneath it. So now this should just be able to come right out like so. Boom. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see. Oh no, you definitely can, but look at all of that oil in these intakes. That's absolutely bonkers. It's not even the worst part. The worst part's all this right here. All of it just sitting in here. Like all of this. That's all just oil that's just sitting in the intakes. So what this will do is it will basically catch all of that stuff. So instead of it feeding those valve covers going straight into the manifold just like it was stock, this right here is going to be going, those are going to go to that, and then this is going to come to the intake. So simplified is this little port right there, it's going to go on one end, that one over there, it's going to go into this end, and then this out is going to go into the intake. So instead of this getting all the oil back into the intake system, this will catch all the oil. So then when it's full, I just empty this out and pour it out, and then no longer will have oil in my intakes, which is better for the engine and better overall. All right, so I took off the whole intake manifold because I had to replace this plug right here. When I was doing the spark plugs last time, I snapped the plug in half. So yeah, I replaced it with a brand new one, but you don't have to take off your manifold if you want to do this oil catch can setup. All right, so now that everything's all back together, we need to figure out where we are going to put this oil catch can. What I'm thinking is that there's a hole or bolt right there. So I'm thinking about hooking it up right there. So then there's pretty much room to swoop that over to this, and then have another one go down to there, and then have it go to the intake. So I think this might be where the area is. And of course, on your car, truck, whatever, it's going to be different. You're going to have to probably put this somewhere else. But honestly, for the Fusion or for the Fords on the trucks, they have bolts all along the top, so you can choose wherever you want. Like there's bolts all along right there. There's a bolt hole right here that I've seen people go and they just run it into the engine bay. There's people that hook it up right here and then they run into the engine bay. But for me, I'm just gonna end up running it right there, the spot that I showed you guys. So this is gonna be where the home is. So it's gonna sit right there. So one can come to this side, that can go that can go to the intake, but it sits pretty good. What's really nice about this kit is that it comes with a little, all the attachments that it has. So it's easy to empty. And this is basically how it'll be sitting in the car. So there's one thing I do got to say is that if you live in California like me or any emission testing states, make sure you keep these in your car, because when you go smog your vehicle, you need to swap these in real quick and then swap the oil catch can back on. Don't know why in California we can't have catch cans, but yeah, it damages your car and it doesn't make your car last longer. So yeah, just keep them on the handy just in case when you go and get a smog. All right, so first steps on deleting this line is you have to cap this side right here because this wraps around and comes to this one. So I went ahead and bought one of these fittings off of Amazon. Really cheap, it's like 10 bucks, but yeah, you have to cap this side because you're deleting the whole thing going back to the crankcase. And there we go, it's all hooked up, ready to go. And make sure that it's super tight because this is holding pressure, so you don't want this shooting out and then you get a check engine light code. All right guys, so I went ahead and I rerouted the line all the way back to here. I went ahead and snipped these off, so all I did is just take a razor blade, snip them off so it can fall off of there. Next thing I need to do is take off the hose from here so I can reroute the hose, and then this little junk could go away. And now it looks a lot better with that routing around. All the line wired all through here, and there's the new look versus what it was. So now I can finally put the intake on, and then I can start running the lines, and then we should be wrapped up. We got everything done. Look at that. That's how it came out. Looks like a squid in here, but as necessary how everything's gonna work. So we got the rerouted line that used to come over and go straight to the brake booster, but now it has routed around. We have one inlet is going here, and then we have another inlet there. Then we have this one going to the intake like I was talking about. And then we rerouted all the lines, so it looks a lot better. And it's way better to work on your engine bay in here now because these are all quick disconnects. So all you have to really do is get your thingies in here. Well, you have to find that little switch, but anyways, once when you find it, it just pops out like that. And then of course you can run this around, get it to the intake. Once when you're done, slap that puppy. Oh, you can't, there we go. So you just slap it right back on and you're good to go, and vice versa on the other side. So now my engine bay, or well actually the intakes, are going to be way cleaner. And I just have to remember to empty this out. Just like my Mustang, I empty this out once a month. So I'll do the same here. But this right here will keep your whole intake system nice and clean. So now I'm just going to clean up, and then that is a wrap. So I got everything all cleaned up, and that is it. I am ready to close the hood, but I wanted to just give one more look for you guys. This is how you set up an oil catch can on your Ford F-150, and this is basically the same principles, goes for all cars, all trucks. They work exactly the same. It's just different if you want a recycled one or if you just want to have it port to atmosphere. I have a recycled one because I have to port, so I just wanted to make it look pretty. Oh, and just to give you guys what's coming into the future, this is rust converter from 𝐭𝐰𝐢 that we are doing for the truck. We are going to undercoat the whole entire truck. We have all the stuff in here that for all that stuff. So we have the paint brushes, we have the tape, we have the brush to do it. This right here is the plastic to put all over, but yep, we are undercoating the whole entire underside of this truck because it was from Ohio. So there's a tad bit of rust, so we got to convert it all with that. So that is to come in the future. All right guys, well, with all that being done, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit those bell notifications because I'm going to try to start getting back into the groove where I upload at least 4 times a month. I'm going to definitely get back into uploading a lot of shorts. So yeah, hit those buttons guys, and like I say all the time, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. There's a lot to come, and I'm not capping this time. I know I disappeared for a month, but there's a lot to come for the Mustang and for the truck. So stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.